Hello and welcome. Are you aware that most students tend to use these two formulas to calculate questions involving simple interest? But if you understand how simple interest works, even without the formulas, you can solve it. So in this video, I'm going to try to use simple logic and then simple explanation to explain how we can solve simple interest question without using the formula. But first of all, let's use this formula to calculate these questions. The question says a sum of $800 is invested at a rate of 5% per year for 3 years. Calculate the simple interest. So if you are to use this formula to do this problem, we just input the values into the problem. First of all, the 800 is a principal, and then the rate is a 5%, and also the time is 3 years. So all over 100. Now this 20 cancels out, and now we are going to have 8 times 5 is 40 times 3. 40 times 3 is 120. So using this formula, we now have $120. But without using the formula, how can we calculate the simple interest? Because if you know how I'm going to show you, you can be able to solve questions related to compound interest. First of all, a sum of $800 is invested at a rate of 5% per year for 3 years. So what this means that the person invested $800, so which means that money, the money the person invested is $800, and this money for 3 years, and every year there is a 5% interest on it for 3 years. So we can just make a table over here. So let's say we have for the first year, the second year, and the third year. So the person invested this $800 for 3 years, and every year there is a 5% interest on the $800. Now the first year we are going to have 5%, and 5% is the same as 5% of $800, and 5% of $800 is 5 divided by 100 times 800. This one cancels out. We have 5 times 8, which is 40. So for the first year, when we calculate the 5% interest on the $800, we get $40. Now the second year too, the same 5% interest is on the $800. So let's calculate it. So 5% of $800 on the second year. On the second year too, so 5% the same as 5 divided by 100 times 800. The same way, 5 times 8 is 40. So on the second year too, there will be a $40 interest on the $800. And the last year, which is the third year, also there will be a 5% interest on the 800. So 5 over 100 times 800. Now 5 times 8 is what? Is 40. So which means that for the first year, the person got $40 interest on the investment. The second year to the same $40, and the third year to the same $40. So which means for every year the person is getting $40, $40, and $40. So if you want to calculate the total interest for the 3 years, so for the interest for the 3 years is $40 plus $40 plus $40. Now 40 plus 40 is 80. 80 plus 40 is 120. So as you can see, without using the formula and using simple steps, you've had the $120 as we had this one. Now if you're able to express or solve the questions in this way, when you are solving questions related to compound interest, of which in my next video I have a video on the differences between simple interest and compound interest, so I want you to check that video out. Now let's say that a person invested an amount of $1,250 at a rate of 10% for 4 years. So in the 4 years time, what is going to be the interest, the total interest for the person? We could use the formula to solve it and get the answer. Using the formula I. Now this investment is a principal, so 1250 times the rate, which is 10, times time, which is 4 over 100. Now this zero cancels, this zero also cancels this zero. Now we have 125 times 4. So 125 times 4 is $500. So using this formula, you've had the interest for the 4 years. But the reason why I will encourage you to understand interest in this way is that if you understand it in this way, in questions involving compound interest, you'll be able to calculate it very easier. First of all, we have 4 years, so there will be an interest for every year: the second year, the third year, and then the fourth year. For each of the 4 years, there is a 10% interest on this amount. So first year there's 10% of the 1250, and 10% is the same as 10 over 100 times the investment. So this zero also cancel this zero, this one also cancel this one. Now we have $125, which means for the first year there will be $125 interest on the amount, and the second year too. Bear in mind, for each of the 4 years there is a 10%, so the rate doesn't change, and the second year to the same thing, 10% of 1250, which will give you $125. The third year to 10% of 1250, which will also give you 125. And the fourth year to, there is the 10% of the 1250, which will also give you 125. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's add them. The first one is 125 plus 125, and then 125 plus 125 will give you 250, and then this one also give you 250. So 250 plus 250 is 500. You see, the same thing as, even though the formula is very short, but this one makes you understand that for every year there is a 10% increment or interest on the amount invested. So you can calculate for each year. So for the first year, let's say the person wanted to collect amount at the end of the first year. Now if the person goes to the bank, they are going to add 125 to the initial investment the person made. If the person choose to go for the money or the total amount of his or her investment on the second year, they are going to, so for the second year too, they are going to add 125 and then also 125, which will give you 250, and then they will add it to the amount invested, and then they will give it to the person. So even though most people tend to use the formula without understanding it, but if you understand it this way, that for simple interest for every year, so the time is very important. So you can just make a table of the time, and then you calculate the rate on the amount invested, and then you're going to have the interest for each of the years. Thanks again for watching this video. Don't forget to check my video on the differences between simple interest and compound interest.